1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Chairing a meeting of National Coordination Committee on SMEs in Islamabad today, Prime Minister says promotion of SMEs will strengthen economy and create job opportunities. Pakistan and the United Arab Emirates have agreed to enhance cooperation in the agriculture sector. Egyptian ambassador expressed keen interest in Pakistan's coastal development as well as expanding trade ties between the two countries. Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Petroleum says construction work on 1100-kilometer Pakistan Stream Gas Pipeline project will begin next year to transport liquefied natural gas from Karachi to Lahore. In India and illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the APHC has said that India is hell-bent on turning the Muslim-majority Kashmir into a minority area by settling non-Kashmiris in the territory. First T20 of three-match series between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played at Auckland tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has stressed for promoting small and medium enterprises to improve the economic indicators which are already on a positive trajectory. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today, the Prime Minister instructed the authorities concerned for accomplishment of the targets set for SMEs uplift. Imran Khan said that the SMEs are a key component of the economy and their promotion will help strengthen the economic outlook and create employment opportunities. The meeting was told that the government is in consultation with all the stakeholders to extend financial support to SMEs, for which a special fund will also be created. The meeting was told that the working groups have been created in the provinces and SMEs database is being updated on priority for their timely facilitation. A delegation of Muttahida Qawmi Movement called on the Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. During the meeting, the participants discussed the overall political situation as well as the upcoming Senate elections. The MQSM's Pakistan parliamentarians assured complete solidarity with the government for the election of upper house of the parliament. Federal Ministers Asad Umar, Ali Haider Zaidi, Aminul Haq, Sindh Governor Imran Ismail, MNA Khalid Maqbool Siddiqui, Sindh MPA Halim Adil Sheikh, and Kanwar Naveed Jamal and Haider Rizvi attended the meeting. President Dr. Arif Alvi has emphasized the need for greater linkages between Pakistan and Britain in the field of education. Addressing Pakistan-Britain Education Gateway virtual conference today, he said knowledge sharing and making it less expensive is important to achieve the goals of development and address the issue of poverty. He expressed satisfaction that Pakistan is also heading in the direction of hybrid and e-learning and appreciated the Higher Education Commission for coming up with a policy on distance learning. Information Minister Senator Shibli Faraz has said bringing ease in the lives of the people by addressing the problems of inflation, employment and economy on a fast-track basis is the target of the government. In a tweet today, he said the economic indicators are better regardless of the COVID-19. Pakistan and the UAE have agreed to enhance cooperation in the agriculture sector. The understanding reached at a meeting between Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and UAE's Prime Minister Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum in Dubai today. During the meeting, Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan desires to further strengthen its relations with the UAE by enhancing bilateral cooperation in the areas of trade and economy. He said Pakistani Pavilion in Dubai's Expo 2020 will truly reflect the historic relations that exist between the two countries. The foreign minister said millions of Pakistanis are playing their full role in the development of the UAE over the last many decades. He also raised with the UAE's Prime Minister the problems being faced by the Pakistani community in the Emirates. Ambassador of the Arab Republic to Pakistan, Dr. Tariq Daroog, called on Federal Minister of Maritime Affairs Syed Ali Haider Zaidi in Islamabad today. During the meeting, he expressed keen interest in Pakistan's coastal development as well as expanding trade ties between the two countries. Minister of Maritime Affairs Syed Ali Haider Zaidi briefed Dr. Tariq Daroog regarding the current government-to-government model in the maritime sector. The Egyptian ambassador apprised the Prime Minister about latest developments regarding the Suez Canal and invited him to Cairo for further discussion. Minister for Science and Technology Chaudhry Fawad Hussain has said Pakistan wants to work with China on solar panel technology in the next 3 months. Speaking virtually at the Conference on Sustainable Development in the Times of COVID-19 in Islamabad, he said that promotion of solar technology will help increase the use of modern technology in Pakistan. Minister for Railways Azam Swati has invited the Korean investors to invest in the rail sector of Pakistan. He was talking to South Korean ambassador to Pakistan, who called on him in Islamabad today. The minister said Pakistan and Korea enjoy cordial relations and these will be further strengthened. Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Petroleum Nadeem Babar says construction work on 1100-kilometer Pakistan Stream Gas Pipeline project will begin in July next year to transport liquefied natural gas from Karachi to Lahore. In an interview, he said Pakistan will have a majority share of 51% to 74% in the project, while Russia will own the remainder. The special assistant said Pakistan's gas distribution companies will be a part of the project, while a Russian consortium will lead the construction. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. British High Commissioner Dr. Christian Turner called on Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Rawalpindi today and discussed overall regional security situation and matters of mutual interest. The British ambassador appreciated Pakistan's efforts for Afghan peace process as well as regional stability. The 6th round of Foreign Secretary-level bilateral political consultations between Pakistan and Sri Lanka was held virtually. Today, Foreign Secretary Suhail Mahmood led the Pakistan side, while the Sri Lankan delegation was headed by his counterpart, Admiral Jayanath Colombage. Foreign Secretary Suhail Mahmood underscored the exceptional quality of bilateral political relations and rapport at that leadership level. There was convergence on both sides for strengthening existing mechanisms of cooperation and exploring new avenues of bilateral collaboration. The Foreign Secretary shared Pakistan's perspective on the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, progress on CPEC, and Pakistan's positive contribution to the Afghan peace process. He also reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to SAARC and expressed hope that the process of regional cooperation would be allowed to move forward. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference has said that India is hell-bent on turning the Muslim-majority Kashmir into a minority area by settling non-Kashmiris in the territory. The APHC General Secretary, Maulvi Bashir Ahmed, in a statement issued in Srinagar, reiterated the Kashmiris' resolve to resist Indian ploys aimed at torpedoing their culture, religious identity, and geographical entity. Meanwhile, the chairman of Jammu and Kashmir Association, Aqib Wani, in a statement in Jammu, came down hard on the Modi government for identifying 200 canals of land to establish a colony for its soldiers in Budgam district. French President Emmanuel Macron has tested positive for COVID-19. Macron joins a growing list of major world leaders who have contracted the virus, including the US President Donald Trump and British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, both of whom successfully recovered. The first T20 of 3-match series between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played at Auckland tomorrow. The match will begin at 11 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Meanwhile, Pakistan Cricket Board has announced 17-member squad for T20 series against New Zealand. Shadab Khan will lead the team as Babar Azam has been ruled for T20 series out due to injury. And finally, the weather report. Cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold in northern areas and North Balochistan during the next 24 hours. Fog is likely to prevail in plain areas of the Punjab and Upper Sindh during night hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.